It is January 21st, and I have 24,691 subscribers. And I know I just made the last episode a few days ago, and they're usually spaced farther in between, so I can so you can really see the journey in full time without seeing every fucking day of it, because sometimes, you know, nothing changes for a while. But I had some thoughts about the last one. I got really woo-woo with it, because that just happens when I read books or take in new ideas. It happens when I get into a new relationship. I go all the way in, and I'm like this. Every time I read something, I try to think to myself, like, I'm going to take this as fact and try to not put any of my own already held beliefs and filters upon it. So I really try to absorb it so I can get as much as the benefit of it as I can. But is that a cop? Cops always want to show up while I'm recording a YouTube video while driving. But nah, what I wanted to say though was, because I'm gonna title this something about the mind fuck of content creation, because you can really mind fuck yourself. That wasn't a cop. Hell yeah, fuck the police. But yeah, you can fuck yourself up by overthinking. I was talking to my friend / roommate about that whole thing, and it really helped because you know, it just helped put things in perspective alongside the book. Even though there were some things we kind of disagreed on, there was some things that really helped. It's sometimes you got to implement one strategy for a very long period of time, and just don't change the strategy unless it's absolutely not working. Because when I started this, my goal was like, my thought process was like, I'm just gonna post a fuck ton of shorts until I get 100,000 subscribers. Then once I get to 100,000, then I've got enough people know about me where my face with the, you know, the weed glasses and the green suit is like my brand, so to speak, is recognizable enough that I will have leverage with YouTube videos where the topic won't be as important, because I'm trying to be a creator similar to like Eliminate or Bishu or Devlimes, where like the editing isn't too crazy, and most of the time they're just fucking making music. And you know, that's all I want. I want to make a full-time living where I can just make music, and YouTube doesn't feel like work if the whole time if my content is creating music. So I want to be recognizable enough so that my face plus something mildly interesting to do with making music is enough for somebody to click, because they just want to see me make music. So I kind of strayed away from that because I got so caught up looking up YouTube educational content and stuff, and like trying to figure out what types of ideas will work the best and stuff. And I think that is important, and it's good to diversify and try different things out and experiment, and I will continue to do so. I'm just going to experiment a little less aggressively. And I'm going back. I also took a break from shorts to focus on long form content. I just want to keep my watch hours up, really, to make sure I stay monetized. But most of my money has come from sponsors, more so than YouTube monetization, and those sponsors found me because of shorts. So it seems like my original game plan of sticking with shorts is giving me the most results, and it still makes the most sense to me. So I'm trying to go back to that. Also, in my last episode, I talked about wanting to be famous, wanting to get recognized once to 5 times a week. I don't know where that came from or if that's true. I was really hyped up when I made that video, so that could have been an egoic desire, because that's not my desire right now. The fame is just kind of the fame. I don't even want to, I don't feel like I really want to be famous exactly. I want to be well known on YouTube so as a vehicle for me to be able to just make music. But as far as being recognized in public, like, it would be cool and everything. I wouldn't dislike that, but I don't think that's the main goal. I think the main goal is the same as it's been the last 10 years, which is to be able to make money passively as I can, so that I don't have to worry about money, and all I have to worry about is making music all the time. And I'm sure once I am full-time with YouTube and stuff, and I'm at the house all the time, I'm sure making music will feel like it's getting old sometimes. And there was a point in my early 20s where I quit my job for like a month or two because I was living with my aunt, and I had that option. By the way, sorry. I'm so sorry, Aunt. I'm not going to say your name because I don't want to, you didn't consent to it. But, yeah. I know we got our differences and shit, but living with me at that time must have been crazy. Because I was on some crazy shit, bro, with my thought process. So, my bad. But anyways, so I quit my job, and I would just make music like 8 hours a day. I would go to a Starbucks as if I was going to work, just sit down with my laptop, and I felt like it was great. Like, some days I would go in and be like, I don't really feel like it right now, but I'd fucking do it anyways. A state trooper, oh my god. Please pass me, please pass me. You give me the sensation of a wasp, fucking insect. Sorry, I got a thing with the police. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so basically the point of this video, what I tried to make it was, switching up my goal from the fame thing. No, there's 3 points of this video, okay? There's 3 points. One, I take back what I said about the fame. I feel like that's not true. I feel like it's a vehicle for me to be able to do what I want to do. So yeah. So that is the goal, to get as many people to know about me as possible. But that's my ego wants to be recognized in public. My soul wants to make music as much as possible, and that's it. And be able to make cool videos and shit. I want to make music videos and lyric videos. I want to do weird shit, I want to make weird videos. But so that's number one. Number two is don't get too caught up in your strategy. Okay? Because especially in the beginning, brother or sister, in-betweener, neither, both of them, whatever you identify as, sibling, let me tell you, it takes a lot longer than you think it does for you to get good at doing something, no matter what it is. Especially this content creation shit. It's a bit of a mind fuck, because sometimes you get lucky with something that you didn't really do the best practices on. And we're so used to the regular work culture where it's like, you do this thing, you get paid for doing this thing. It's consistent. Okay, content creation and shit, it ain't like that, bro. And sometimes you get paid for doing the wrong thing that just happened to work because of it was good timing or something, or you accidentally made something commentable and shit like that. So definitely take notes when you have shit pop off, but sometimes shit pops off for a non-replicatable reason. And you can't hold on to that virality too hard, because it's fleeting and it's a distraction. And you have to ride these waves out, and you have to try to learn how to keep it stable, because it's like you go viral and you're like, oh my god, my life's changing. And then you don't get views for a while and you're like, oh my god, I'm a failure. I'm never going to be a good father because I'll never be able to afford to be. And that's not going to help you. What's going to help you is you keep doing this no matter what happens. Yu Yu Hakusho, or Yu Yu Hakusho, however you say it. The guy with the spirit gun. Okay. They told that, what he did in the first episode? He went straight through the forest. They were like, because they were having the race and stuff, and they were like, whatever you do, don't just go straight through the forest. You got to take all these turns. And he was like, fuck that. The quickest way is straight through the forest. And he defeated the demons and stuff. No matter what happened, he got through that forest. So you just have to, keep going longer than you think you have to. Because in the beginning, it's the whole Dunning-Kruger effect. You think you know what works, and you think you really got it. But let me tell you, you don't. You don't got it. Okay? You have to be humble. Let those hits hit you. Those low views, those 10s out of 10s. Just let it hit you. Let it just let it roll off your back. Brush yourself off, get back up, figure out what you can learn from it. Because you learn a lot more from the videos that don't do well than you learn from the videos that do well. So just keep it going. Just keep going down that forest, baby. And eventually you're gonna come out of the other side. And I know I haven't made it yet, so who the fuck am I to say that? Well, if anybody's watching this right now, that means I did make it. And I am putting myself in the timeline where I made it. And I don't care how fucking crazy that sounds. That's what I'm doing. And I don't know if that's just a perceptual thing and it's not magical or whatever, and it's all just fucking, that's just how things work, and there's some type of logical way that all makes sense. I don't give a fuck. That's the way I'm looking at it now, and I like that. And I'm setting my intention that I will have made it by June of 2025. Oh, and the third thing that I was gonna tell you, was that. Hell yeah, I'm on track, baby. I'm on track. Yeah, I'm setting my intention. June of 2025 is when I quit my job and take YouTube and music creation full time. Assuming that everybody pays me on time, this month I have made $1,700 from content creation and music production clients. 1,700. That's almost half of what I make. No, wait, hold on. Okay, if I was clocking in and I wasn't being late, then that is almost half. That's almost half of what I need to be full time, is what I'm saying. Well, I really need $5,000 to have a little bit of a safety net a month, but $4,000 a month is what I need to be full time. And June of this year, I'm gonna be making $4,000 a month from a combination of YouTube and music. And I mean, I could get into the whole timeline and the alternate realities thing, but that's such a such a fuck topic. There's so much, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but I love looking at it that way, because you can make practical changes in your life to align yourself to that timeline of what you want. Because if it's like, what is my ideal timeline, right? Who am I in that ideal timeline? I'm somebody who's healthy. I'm somebody who takes my health seriously. I'm somebody who has fucking health care. Jesus Christ, I have health care. And I'm somebody who has a lot of free time. And so then the practical steps are like, okay, well, if I want to align to the timeline where I'm also successful, I have to align to the timeline where I'm healthy. And you can decide at any moment in time to change your trajectory to be in that timeline. It's just a matter of like how long it takes for it to finally sync up, is how I'm looking at it. And yeah, I think little bits of progress, it feels like it's taken forever, but you look back and you can make a lot of progress in a relatively short amount of time. So, yeah, just fucking, if you got a good idea for what you think your strategy is, maybe test it out for a year before you reconsider, instead of testing shit out all the time, because that's just what you gotta do. That's just, I mean, everybody's journey is a little different for sure, and if something is absolutely not working, you can quit it shorter than a year. But yeah, what I was doing was working. I wasn't progressing as fast as I thought I should be, which is why I switched it up, which actually could make your journey longer. And it's like, fuck. But yeah, also, I'm trying really, really hard not to stress so much importance on the money, because according to this book, Reality Transurfing, that's gonna fuck you up, because, and it makes sense logically too, but if you're like so concerned about the money all the time, you're gonna do things that take you away from the money. Like, you can tell when a content creator is just trying to make money. And I'm not gonna lie, I've done videos where all I'm trying to do is make money. And you know, some of those videos have actually done decent, and I actually did make a little bit of money. So, you know, that's great. But it's nowhere near the amount of money you can make if you're not making that the main motivator, which is hard to say. I know, when you're fucking poor. I'm showing up to my job right now. I barely got enough money for fucking groceries. I got 44 cents in my bank account right now. In about 8 hours after the wire transfer goes through, I'm gonna have $900. And then in a few days, I'm gonna have $1,700, assuming everybody pays me on time. And YouTube pays me on time. So it's like, you know, and I was really stressed out about the money. And after having that conversation with my friend / roommate, I decided that I'm not going to worry about the money. I am going to be full-time by June 2025. But I'm going to get there like I'm going to the store for some milk, not like I'm hustling my ass off. Though I will work my ass off though, because, you know, you got to dig a hole with a shovel sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to clarify some things from the last one, and retouch on shit about strategy and everything. Yeah, I could see 100,000 subscribers by June. That's just, yeah, I'm going back to just pretty much focusing on short form content until I get to 100,000. And, you know, some of the best strategies are simple. They're not easy to do, but they're simple. Like, if you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you know, it's really simple. You gotta get 2 pieces of bread, spread some peanut butter on it, throw some jelly on that bitch, put it together. You got a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You don't have to experiment how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. That's the way peanut butter and jelly sandwiches have worked for years. And so, you know, that makes sense. I don't know. I'm tired, bruh. Oh yeah, and then also real life right now, real life experience of me recently having an epiphany of understanding about this whole putting too much importance on money thing, is that I realize I do get in these patterns. For one, I am bipolar type 2, so I do like actually go through hypomanic episodes. And I know that there's like mental health is kind of on a spectrum, and I don't exactly believe in mental illness diagnoses as like complete fact, but I think we do at least have a somewhat grasp on it. And I have definitely experienced hypomania even before I was diagnosed. And then when she explained everything about bipolar type 2, I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. But so anyways, me being so heavily focused on the money, I fuck up my sleep. I pull all-nighters way too much, and that fucks up how much money I'm making at work, because then I get to work as fucking late as I am today, which is like fucking 5 hours late, which is crazy. And thank God I have a cool boss, or I would have been fired a minute ago. But yeah, then you fuck up your sleep, and then you make less money because you're so worried about the money that you make less of it. So because I'm grinding so hard to try to get money, I end up fucking myself over and not getting as much. So I've seen that in action in real life, and I can understand how that works logically as well as metaphysically. So yeah, that's about it. Shorts every day, 6 months, 100,000 subscribers, $4,000 a month. Holla at your boy, Big Bird and his bitch.